I think I found one of the weirdest coincidences ever in my life. I was bored, casually looking at Steam demos until I saw this game. I was curious, so I clicked on it and saw this, and that was enough to convince me to try it out. So the game starts with a skill tree where you can't afford anything except the island. So the only thing left to do now is chop. Do I click the tree? $1, that's not much at all. Wait, I could just hover over it. Wow, I barely got anything. And that is pretty much all there is to it. You cut trees, which gives you money and logs, which is then used to upgrade your skills, which then allows you to cut trees faster. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's like most other idle games, you upgrade your skills so you can idle better. That sounded so stupid when I put it that way, but there is some neat stuff that make this game stand out. For instance, remember that image I showed like a minute ago? Well, I reached that point in the game myself and... Holy shit, I'm summoning the power of the almighty Zeus just to deforest this island. I cleared the whole island, yay. What the hell? Besides that, I also thought the music went way too hard for this game. I mean, listen to these. Anyways, it took me around 25 to 30-ish minutes to complete the demo, and I thought it was a pretty good experience. I even wanted to make a video, but I felt like playing a few more demos before doing so. So like before, I was bored casually looking at Steam demos until I saw this game. What a strange name, I thought, so I clicked on it because I was curious. And that was enough to convince me to try it out. So the game starts with a skill tree where you can't afford anything. So the only thing left to do now is to venture out. Do I click the tree? Wait, I could just hover over it. $1, that's not much at all. Wow, I barely got anything. I'm not going crazy, right? But there's more. You cut trees, which gives you logs, which is then used to upgrade your skills, which then allows you to cut trees faster. Okay, I mean, that's just how idle games are. You can't really do much with the genre. The gameplay loop is pretty much the same with all idlers. Also, this game isn't exactly the same, because besides lightning, you can also set trees on fire. If anyone was curious, it took me about 20 minutes to beat the demo. Also, it wouldn't be fair to not show how it looks like when you get all the upgrades. This isn't as exciting as the chopping it game, but I do like the way that these abilities synergize. Bro, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to clear all the trees. Unlike the other game, I was kind of disappointed that it only looped one track. But I don't dislike it, it fits the vibe of the game pretty well. Now, I think it's time to finally tackle what I said at the very beginning. Let me ask you, what are the chances that two game demos, both idle games about cutting trees, from two seemingly non-connected developers, are released on the same day? All I know is, it's not zero. You can read their description too, it's like 40% similar. I also checked to see when they plan to release the full game, similar timeframe. However, I will reiterate, I still believe this was all a crazy coincidence. Although I couldn't find much about Pixel Jin, the creator of Clickstead, I did find a bit more about Alexander Maliu. He made several other games besides It's Chopping Time, like Grand Theft Lore, And the Duck Amikaze strikes back. He also has a YouTube channel and a Twitter/X page. So why did I point all that out? Because it's somewhat interesting to me that these two somehow came up with a similar concept. I don't think these two ever met, and even if they did, developing a game takes time. I imagine a game like these two would take at least a couple weeks to make, but it's more likely a few months. Why that long? From what I can find out, I'm pretty sure that both of them are indie devs, so programming, making art, and squashing bugs take a lot of time even with the help of AI. To be honest, this whole conspiracy that I've been spouting on about for the last 5 minutes is probably a nothing burger. This entire video is just me talking about how weird it was that I stumbled across two games on the same day that were weirdly similar. In fact, I actually feel bad for these two devs. Imagine putting in a few months of hard work, sweat, and tears to finally release a demo of a game that you are proud of. Just for someone else with a similar idea who also went through that pain release their demo on the same day. I would feel extremely awkward being in that position, but I think you guys should just try both games yourselves. Funnily enough, thinking about it a bit more, this is basically like McDonald's and Burger King. Different companies, different methods, but still just a burger. But anyways, I just thought it would be interesting to share what I discovered to you. Have you also found strange coincidences like these on your own as well? Leave some comments below. Also, I don't think I need to say this, but don't send hate to the developers or the games. I'm pretty sure they put a lot of effort into making them, and this was all just an unfortunate coincidence. Go try them out yourselves and make your own opinions. It shouldn't take more than an hour for both games, but I don't want to take any more precious time away from you. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. I wish everyone has a great rest of their day and bye-bye.